Catherine. I don't know how much you can see right now, but we were talking about the feminine napkins, and as I showed you how to make them, you can use any design you want. This is a very heavy fleece material. Um, it is also special made because it is actually sort of a little water resistant. But this is actually the kind I use for the back of my feminine napkins. Hello, Deborah. How are you, my friend? So it's good to see you. See, this is actually my design for the feminine napkin. And I came with a design because I wanted the wings to cover. Hello, Kathleen. How are you, my friend? Hope you're doing great. Nice to see you. Is it nice in your new house? Oh, you're exhausted. I can't blame you. I'm still, sort of. I am still cleaning out. Yeah. So I have been busy and making a lot of this. And at the same time, I am showing you. You'll be sleeping there Thursday. Oh, I'll think about you. So cool. Very nice. You had a great time. Yeah. Oh, I have missed you girls. Hope you're doing great. Yeah, today, and as you can see, when I'm cutting, I sort of scratch this into bits and pieces. And in a later video, you had a fabulous time. I am glad to hear that. Yeah. So, yeah, it's nice to visit family, but what I also think it's also nice, to be home. Yeah, it is very nice to hear. So, as you can see, I am simply spreading all this into bits and pieces because you know what? Okay, you left and came in. Oh, yeah. So, as you can see, and some of the thinner pleats are going to be for the top. And I also make them with flannel tops. So, yeah. So today we are cutting a little bit. And I'm simply using a tin plate. I have put some felt onto it because that means when you actually place it, if you have a paper template, on this I have actually glued some felt because then it doesn't. Oh, the cups. Okay, yeah. some people like them, but yeah, I know them. Yeah, yeah, we can get them here too. But a lot of the homeless girls don't like them because there's a doctor here in Denmark that is not very happy for them because it has something to do with bacteria, and you have to be extremely, hysterical to make it. It has to be absolutely clean. When you take it out and empty it, you have to make sure it is so clean, because otherwise you can get a infection that can cause you can't have any children. So he doesn't he really tells these young girls, don't use them, because unless you have opportunity so you can clean them and fix them. Yeah. So it is a good invention. It's the same with tampons. He said there is a risk if it's, and when blood is out, and it gets really bad pretty quick. And when you have your menstruation, it is, dead blood, and that means, he says, it can easily turn to blood poisoning if you don't clean it properly. So yeah, so if you use them, you have to make sure you are taught how to clean it, how to put it on. And I have heard a lot of women that apparently are happy for them. So good for them. So, and of course it is also a very cheap way, but again, make sure they are properly cleaned before using them. So, but it is very nice. I have missed you. I haven't called you because I have promised you. Oh, you know what? Neither do I. I'm so happy. It is no more for me. So I missed you. I promise to, when you have time, you are going to have a tour. Yeah, I need them too, Deborah. Yeah, I will call you afterwards. But I wanted to wait until you were home, so I didn't disturb you. So, and these I make here can also be used as for, as you call, aquat sanitation. Yeah. Sanitizer napkins. That's why I use mine, because they are really good, and that's actually this model here with the heavy backside. And yeah, so, but for the younger girls, it's more like, yeah, so it's the same type of padding, and I found out they were just as good for yeah, leaks, you know, when you cough and stuff like that. And they're very comfortable. So that's why I simply started to use them. Yeah, I am so happy. Oh, I can assure you it was the best time I was ever when I found out it is finito, no more. It has made my life so easier. Yeah. So, but normally I am so used to use them because of the cold. Kathleen, it keeps me warm. Um, because we have cold here. Oh, I am actually, you know what, Kathleen, I am doing great because I feel better and better because I have sort of skipped. I am, I mean, I eat a lot of greens on a diet. Um, so you know, I feel more can you say awake and more energetic because it is, you know, basic vegetarian. Of course, I do eat a little beef and stuff like that, but most of all, I am on a sort of 7 greens a day. Um, so that means when I cook with garlic, yellow onion, red kale, green kale. It can be asparagus and carrots, potatoes, and yeah, you name it. Oh, you know what? My pineapple died. Yeah, it didn't survive. Oh my goodness. I envy you. It didn't last. Then I tried to buy another pineapple. But you know what? It's because they are too old when they come here. You know, the shipping, and sometimes, you know, they have been stored for wrong in the shops. So they are not fresh. I can imagine that when you get them, they are more fresh because I noticed when the supermarket actually gets them, they're already sort of, you know, bad in the center, so you can actually rip out um, the leaves. Yeah. So, okay. Now you have seen I have all these leftovers of different types of bleach. Yeah, exactly. They are overripe. So sadly, and that means that they're getting bad very quickly. And sometimes, you know, when you already you bought it, go home, and sometimes they're actually still green, but the top is, you know, done. Um, and yeah, so it's really not good. But of course, it's because it's the same with mango. I mean, it's also over ripped, and sometimes they are artificially matured. So that mean, I mean, it's not fancy. Okay, this is not. I don't use, maybe I could use this for something, but I am actually going to show you. Um, these are actually going to be used as box pillow filling. Like, you know, these futon filling is stretch of fabric. And one day I said I needed, you know, a hard cushion for my chair. I have a wooden chair. And when I go out, there's a bench and it's very hard to sit on. So I saw it is the same stuffing that, you know, it is actually old clothes that are ripped to pieces by a machine that are put in these box cushions that you can actually buy. So you know what, I am simply recycling all my off clippings into something very useful, and I am going to show you. And I got it right here. I just fold it in plastic because I don't want them to get too smoked. So I can carefully rip this up and recycle here. It's angel tape. So I'll show you. Here it is. I made this. It's a box pillow. And I actually make them out of these chamois cloth. We get them in squares here. So basically, this one has costed me about 3 krona to make because it is 1 krona per square, and I use 3 squares. Then you know what, and the filling is actually free because that is filled with all the excess clippings when I have cut all, I mean, everything. Hello, Kansas. How are you doing? Good to see you. Yeah, I am doing great. Hello, Sherry. Oh my goodness, now you're coming. As you can see, I have been cutting these and I have measured them like this. So they are small like this. Yeah, and I just showed you when I cut off of the excess, I simply shred into little pieces. Yeah, it's so good to see you, Kansas. And make these. cushion, and that is simply all my scraps, bits of fabric. If you have an old something that it's not used for anything, so shred it and you can make yourself a garden cushion with it. And I am going to show you how I make one of these. So I am going to take you over there, and hopefully I can put you so you can see what I'm doing. And right now, because we are to protect this, because for cat hair, and I simply wrap it into hygge. Yes, we are going to hygge when I am showing you how I make one of these out of all my scrappings. So I started up here in my couch like this. Now I have protected it. Oh, you have cucumber spread. Ooh, I would love a sandwich with cucumber. I love cucumbers. Yes. So I'll find the box I need for raising you ladies. And as you can see, I have a bag here. See? Oh, you have. Oh, shame I live so far away. See, here it is. All this nice cut off excess, scrappings, threads, you name it. You put it in here. And what I like to do is save some bar soap so it gets a little nice smell to it. So hang on, ladies. Oh yeah, look, you bet I had to change my scissors. You can see it's the blister. It's right here. I have been cutting and cutting. I'll see you in a minute. Yeah. So I am taking you with me right here. I need to remove this just in case. Yeah. Just a minute, guys. Hej, Sarah. Hej, hvad er det, så? Stille og roligt. Afbrydende. Udsmidende. Det er fedt. Are you still with me, girls? Oh, I'm so sorry. Have you left me? Oh, I am so happy you can talk with each other. That was a very important call. You aren't here. That's good. Oh, I have missed missed you girls. So let's see if we can put you down so I can show you. I need to lower you. You're not here. That's good. I need some lights because, yeah, it has been, I mean, exceptional, strange weather here in Denmark. I can assure you. So, as you can see, I have cut these are with cottons. Oh, okay. Okay, you have strange, yeah, I can assure you it is. Can you actually see this? I'll try to find put some more lights. Yeah, I need to see. Yeah. Come on. Come on. Yes. Oh, yeah, I was actually thinking about it, Kathleen, because I have some Christmas fabric and I thought it could be pretty cool to use. Yes. For the yeah. As you can see, I'm also make them like this. This is for, drip. That is more like a sanitary, where you don't need the wings, but you need something. And this material is very good because it doesn't slide. So, hello, Barbara. So, they come with soft cotton, flatten. Here, yes. Also, and as you can see, what I'm also is making, because chopper need, where did I put them? Bum, bum, bum. Come on, I just had them here, didn't I? Yeah, I got them here for his shoes, because he was out in the rain. Oh, that's sad to hear that, Barbara. So as you can see, I make these inner soles out of filth and old towel here. So yeah, or washcloths, So, and you can also use these if you have a very old microfiber thing. So when you take the inside out, you make a paper template like this. And simply, save it. So for every time you need a new inner sole in this size, you just make your own. You can use old denim, whatever. So use all your bits and pieces. So, and yes, I do, Kathleen. I make them in different sizes for grown-ups and children, and from size small. Yeah, I have to shake my beautiful body here. So what I was actually trying to do is see if I could turn this around here and put this down. I need this. So sorry, I don't come prepared. So because sometimes people on the street that really need to have clean, dry inner soles because of the rain and the water. So because I was actually thinking then I could maybe you girls could see what I'm actually doing. Yeah. Welcome to my mess up. Let's have a look. Yes, you can see the back here. So if I twist you a little bit like this, how did it go? Like this? Yeah. Hey. So as you can see, I have cut all these bits and pieces. I have these big rolls here of Velcro, and this is the female side, and I have a lot of this female, the soft side, as you can see. I have here, this is also the soft side. So I was actually going to think about maybe use them a little bit more, because I actually don't know if you can actually, because these have been used for life-saving jackets. So I have plenty of this. But I am also making these long strips. Here, I put it here. And I'll show you. As you can see, Kansas, these are for my skeins of yarn when I make these cakes. To avoid the unraveling, I'm making these ribbons and in different colors. Yeah. So, but as you can see, this is what sometimes happen with these snaps. As you can see, because I have washed it, and because it's like sometimes it's difficult to see, it won't work because something went wrong. The plastic sort of melted down wrong, so it blocked. So that's mean why I don't use them. No, as you can see, now it's there, but it simply, yeah, difficult. See, it keeps. So that's why I actually thought about making them instead with Velcro, and maybe do so you can actually switch between a small one and a bigger one. Yeah, I can't fix it, and you can't replace it because it's simply already stuck there. So you're actually destroying the fabric if you try to replace it. So nope. I am going to show you, and Kansas, I am halfway my goal. That means I have made 50 feminine napkins already. So I am actually halfway from my project. My goal is 100, and I promise as soon as I have reached that goal, I am going to show you girls in a little short live that, yep, I did it. I made it to 100. And as you can see, I have been very, very crafty with this. Is the inner part of the napkin. As you can see, I want to show you, and I have this entire lot here. I already have a look. This is the amount I just made. I haven't counted them yet, but don't you think I mean, there should be enough here. And I keep cutting this, and I'm making with different kinds of top material, because some want the soft fleece, some want with the linen, and some want soft cotton. And people are talking about organic. I'm just lifting you up a little bit. Organic cotton and stuff like that. So what I'm actually doing, I'm making them in different materials. So thank you. Thank you, girls. Yes. Let's start with because you couldn't see what I was doing when I was doing this. So what I have, as you can see, I got some male here without the female. Something I can use together and stuff like that. It goes in my pile of scraps like this. I just cut it into little bit of pieces because I am going to show you that how I make one of these cushions. I will ask you to excuse me for another setting because the little house is calling. Yeah. You know what? You can't live without them. Kansas, you can't live without your pile of scraps or crap, right? It is a pile of crap because you can't use it for anything. So use it as a pillow. Yeah. So just a minute. So I am going to, because what I'm also is doing, because it is time for me. Do you have this too, Kansas? You have a pile of bobbins with, I mean, small amount of different colors, you know, you are done using. And that means you have, I mean, a load of these with, you know, bits and pieces where, I mean, in colors you're not sure you're going to use again. So whenever I start a project like this, you know, I simply, okay, it is time for me to empty up, because since these are going inside, you don't see it. Oh, yeah. You know what, Kansas? I got 3 of them for Christmas. I have actually never used them because, you know, you have to open up and, you know, all that. Nope. So, you know what? It's just old lids, you know, from, I mean, yeah. So, because sometimes, you know, you have to put them in a certain way, and yeah, it takes too long. And you know what, these little boxes, they're taking way too much space for the amount of bobbins that can be into it. Yeah. Oh yes. So yeah, just a minute. Yeah. Let's go and have. Whoa. Here you are. What happened? Oh, you know what? That's what exactly Kansas, because that's what I needed. Yeah. Thank you, Kansas. Yes. Uh, okay. Ready. Can you actually see what I'm doing? Yes, you can. I will remove my water over here. Let's make one of these to show you, because last time I made them, you couldn't see me stitching. So this time I am going to show you. I cut the into squares like this, and I cut them 6 centimeter time 20 long, 20 centimeter long and 6 centimeters wide. That's what I'm doing, and then I start up making small scraps like this, and as I showed you, we can actually sort of build it up to make sure there are more on the center space. And I found out I can actually save a lot of this by making them smaller instead of sort of making them just the same wideness and cut off. That means I cut a lot of things off. And I like to have, you have 1, 2, 3, 4. So I need 2 of these. And I got this. It's also something, it is a little wider to keep on here. What I do is I place it just in center, place the top onto it, and as you can see, in this case, it is my old, very well washed towels, rags that I have used for washcloths and, you know, cleaning cloths, but they are boiled and they are very absorbent. So I was just knocking down my coffee. And what I'm doing, I'm holding my hand like this to press it down, and sort of halfway in the center. And again, the reason I use this one is simply because of the engine. I don't want to stress her up. I just lost a needle on the ground, so I'll fix it later. And again, sort of 1 centimeters, maybe 1.5. It is 1.5 centimeters into the center, because then you are actually stitching on top of the small center pieces to secure it firmly like this. And now you got it like this, square. And as you can see, you have only a minimal to cut here in the sizes, so you just have the seam from only the two here, so you can press it down like this and check here it is fitting very well. Then you are rounding the corners like this. Normally I just did them square, but the girls asked for, I think it's look nicer with the rounding corners, so of course their wishes my command, as man says. And then you simply stitch all around here. And of course you can use an electric sewing machine if you, I mean, it is just because I have this where I have to use my own power like this. Because then you can actually see what I'm doing here. So we have two things. Then I got this. And let's try to make one with the red button. And then I trim it a little bit here. So as you can see, you got a very nice thick padding, and that means you can actually see I've stitched it down, so it's not very thick, but I can assure you there's a lot of absorption here for females. Yes. Then, as you remembered, we are going to make one here. As you can remember, we just cut these out. There is two sides on it. There is a front side. There are sort of more woolly than the back side. So there is a front, so the smooth back side is inside here. Place it with almost the same distance from each side. Hey, Sherry's up there. Hi, how are you? I hope you're doing great in Canada. Yeah, and then you are simply stitching it firmly on here. And as you can see, I don't use needles because I can assure you stitch so many of them now, so it is in my hand. This is almost, I can show you blindfolding stitching. Yeah, so, and this thread I'm using is, I mean, it has so many knots. Oh, I feel sorry for you. Are you going to have thunder or something? It's not nice. I hope you'll be better soon. Yeah. So it is definitely not fun to have headaches. That's for sure. Okay, I have stitched it firmly. And you know what? The beneficial about making it with these here is that you can't see the color because the fleece is sort of camouflaging. Yeah. So what I'm doing now is I'm taking one of these. This is flannel, very soft cotton, also very much indeed pre-washed a couple of times, so everything that sort of keep it from absorption is suddenly and washed away, so it has to be washed firmly with vinegar. Oh, ouch, I feel for you. That's not good. Then I hope it's getting better. And see, it keep bursting this thread, but I can assure you it is simply because there's so many things to it. So I am going to use it whether it's want or not. Go a little back here, lift it up. Here in Denmark, we are going to have a tropical night. So that means it is going to be very warm in the night. So it is going to be sweaty. That was unbelievable. See, now it is like, because it is on camera, it doesn't want. It's simply, yeah. Let's try again, shall we? I don't know if you ever had some of this sewing thread that simply, I mean, annoyingly sort of keep bursting. And as you can see, I'm stitching it as close as I can next. To the round, the edges of the inside, the padding, twist it around. And what I actually do, I like to give it, when it is cotton, give it 2 stitches around the edge here. And then I simply lift it out a little bit and half a centimeter. Next, and here you go. So, do I still have my wonderful Kathleen here? I promise I will call you. So, and what you're actually going to do is then you are simply cleaning the edges around here like this. So you actually are sure you have both layer, and I can assure you, no matter how, I mean, perfect, you're actually cutting and you're using the same tin plate. I mean, I can assure you, not even then, I can be sure it is placed in an even and rounded around here. And it look okay. Then I simply do that. I secure it in the edges before I sort of go inside and use my circle. And here we got it. And now we actually finished, and I have shown you, and you actually watched me how to make one of these. And I can assure you that cutting is the most demanding part of it. And then you actually fold it like this. And when I have sort of searched the edges, if you have electric, you can also just zigzag with small tight zigzag with a wet and zigzag it, and then you can put your snap into it. But somebody asked me, can you use Velcro? And no, it's not optimal. And then I would rather you make it without the wings, so you only have the round here. And I can assure you, this material is actually designed for bleach material, designed for children's diapers, so it is not. So when you put it on top of your fabric, it won't slide. So, and yeah, so that's how it is. And as you can see, it's invisible. You can hardly see because it is so thick. And actually it doesn't matter. The girls don't care that, it has color onto it, because that's make it even more fun. And that's it. And then I promised you to show you what I'm actually doing with all my here. So what I need is 1, 2, 3. I have these 3 chamois cloths here. As you can see, they are square, and that means I need 2 holes. This is chamois cloth, how it comes in Denmark, square like this. And we get them in packets with 10 of these for 10 krona. And then I simply take one and fold it into 8 pieces like this and cut it. And you're cutting it up like this. Then you only need 2 of them, so that means you actually have for 1 more here. Then you fold it again like this. So you actually, the measurement of this are 36 centimeters times 36. And that means these are going to be about 5 centimeters like this. And I can show you it is a brilliant way to get rid of all your crap. So here you're actually crap busting. So what you're actually doing, you're starting with 1 here. It's okay, Kathleen's Tita. It's okay. I had a phone call too. So, and what you're actually doing is you're taking these smaller strips here, stick it to the edge. But you have to remember, you have to be able to sort of turn it around. So I'll start by mark like this, about 10 centimeters opening, so you can sort of turn it around and you have a hole for filling. So I start to stitch here, and of course it is important you remember to sort of, secure it like this. And it doesn't matter so much in the corners because I am going to show you. So you start here like this, and then lift it up like this. Then you take the new sides, but don't put it on here. Let it follow the inner edge here. So this is off. So as you can see, it has the same length like this as a square. So we need to have this here. Because we are making what we call a box cushion out of this. I'll place you here. And sometimes it's a good idea to just pin it down here to make sure it's on the edge. And this is, you know, this is my gym, because I can assure you when it's hot and you have to use your power, you are going to sort of move your body. It is my exercise machine. So I'm sweating, I'm sort of sitting and rocking. You know, it's much better than these fitness centers heavy things. So I can assure you, get one of these, and yep, I can assure you it can really give you sweat on your forehead when you really want to sort of make it run fast. So again, turn it, and remember, not here, but down here. And again, for projects like this, you know, it is so welcoming to use all this crap you have, because it is the only thing it is good for, and all these leftovers and, you know, fabric, yarn, old yarn sweaters, you know, you cut them into pillow fillings, clean up, and you have a very nice garden cushion. I need to have a mouth of water. You can, of course, just make your own squares, and you can make it out of old jeans fabric, or, you know, other crafting. You can even make it into these plastic here, and fill it up, and you have a very good cushion. I just use these chamois cloths because I can get them, and they're cheap and they are strong for any project. And you know what the best part is? It hasn't cost you anything except for the exercises, I call it, or, you know, the time you have spent making it. And again, here you lift this up, and here you have to remember you need an opening. And stitch to the needle, secure, lift up. And what you're going to do now is, simply because, take this here, and then you're going to stitch the other side, back side. Again, you are stitching it on the edges like this here, because we are going to make it box shaped. Like this. What you're doing now is ignore this, because then you are simply, see, you have this center here, put that to the corner right here, so you get a flat edge, but ignore that. So you actually have it like this. If you can actually see what I'm holding it like this. And again, you simply fit it to here. Like this. And again, box it up like this. Okay, Cancers. Hvad laver du derinde? Hvad gør du der? Hvad? Hvad gør du der? Det skal du bestemt ikke. Det kan du godt tro om igen, du. Yeah. I want to show you something. I was seeing this tutorial about how to make a ball on a balloon, and this is actually my sad attempt to make it. You know, you blow up a balloon and then you take some newspaper and some gluey water and sort of, start gluing on and gluing on, and 4 layers, and it looked pretty fancy when this guy did it, but whatever. Because it sort of, started to lose its shape when it dried out, but I found out it is amazing for when I cut little pieces. I can sort of drop it in there. And now I'm at the last edge here. As you can see, I need to sort of take it the long edges like this. And these are actually a surprise for our church because they got new benches outside in the garden. Oh, oh wow! Congratulations, Eagle Mark. Oh, thank you, Kathleen. Oh, I love my machine too. Yeah, she didn't even want to give it back to you. Oh, so, and I'm going to show now you are folding the corners. As you can see, you have an opening, so you're folding it like this and secure, of course, in both ends when you stitch it. Because it's a corner, so it has a very strange to it. And again, they are for the church benches outside, so we can sit in the sun when we have craft day, knitting day, or just afternoon coffee and talk. And we can sit comfortable because I can assure you they are not very nice to sit on. So I was actually thinking to surprise them with some cushions to sit on. So, but of course I can't stitch sort of 50 of them at once, but a little at the time, I think that would be good. So I don't know if Kathleen, Candice is asking you what is eagle mark. Can you explain it for her better than me? So I'm so proud of you, Tita. It is really good when the teacher don't want to give it back. So one more corner. Yeah. Okay, either mask. Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking that yeah. So, guys, we got it now. As you can see, I have simply stitched it. As you can see, it's actually box shaped, not shaved. Now I just need to find out here. It is. Oh, so now I need you girls to be lifted up, turned around like this. As you can see, we are going to inside out or outside in or what you call it. And as you can see, you actually got this like this. It will actually help you later to make it box shaped. So here you have it, the holster by the box pillow. And then what you actually is doing, taking all that crap. Hopefully I have enough here. So what you're taking all these scratchings, fill it in like this, and you simply keep popping it into here. And at a time you have to sort of put it flat down so you can shape it in the corner. But you know what? Sometimes the easiest part is just to start filling it up. Then you can sort of like place it down flat, and then you can actually sort of press it into the corners. Let's see if I got it. Even Chopper's old socks, clean washed, of course, with holes into it, are cut up and make into this. Spreadings. Just fill it up. As you can see, it's everywhere. Just little tiny pieces of spreadings. Keep filling it up. I do have more in the other room just in case. As you can see, I'm not good at this. So I'll take that with the cleaner, vacuum cleaner, like this. And I have to say, yes, you can wash it. But then you have to really make sure it got extra spin. So it dry and leave it outside in air, so you can wash it even if it is all these gratings. As you can see now, it is actually starting to take shape, but you have to make sure you don't sort of fluff it up, so keep it flat. I need to keep it flat now. And I'm not even sure I have enough in this bag. So I might need to get inside and get the extra box. Let's lower you. Can you actually see what I'm doing here? As you can see, it is puffing up like this, and you start to fill out the corners like this, but as you can see, it needs pretty much more, and I can assure you it really eat up a lot of your scraps. Because it has to be really puffed up, because it has to be a tough one. I need my phone. Oh, you're always behind. Oh. Okay, I need my other phone. And let's see if I can have it like this. As you can see, it is simply all the scratch bits and pieces. I'm just lower inside here. And then you shape it like this. Be sure you sort of firm it, hold it, so you can feel, okay, it is almost and opposite corner, and press it well into the corners. Nope, I don't have enough here. So this is how it sort of works. As you can see, it's not enough, so I need to go and pick some more. in the second room. Because as you can see, it is way too uneven, because it is so important to press it evenly firm. Yeah, I mean, I'm always, I mean, impressed under, yeah. And I thought, you know, I had a half a bag of this size. It was filled up like this, but not enough. So I need to go and fetch some more. I have a gigantic, big, heavy duty bag with, as you can see, this has been very, very small spreaded. And I am going to say thank you for Chopper, because it was when he was very sick and he needed something to do. So he did it very, very fine quality. Squirting. Thank you, Chopper. And you know, sometimes it's very satisfying to sort of chop up things. And again, you need to make sure the corners, yeah, and you have the right height. Still not enough. And always sort of put a little extra in the center and smooth it out like this. And I think I'm almost there. Okay, I need one more handful here, like this, just in the edge, like this. Never mind all this. Here you are. And I'm going to lift you up a little bit, because can you actually see here? what I'm actually going to do now, as you can see, press it firmly. And you can see, okay, does it even out? Nope. And you just have to sort of smooth it a little bit here. And you got it right here. Now we need to close it. I have one of these. I can do it. So what you're actually going to do is put it in like this. And you start up like this. And stitch it like this. I hope you can actually see what I'm doing. Can you see what I'm actually doing? Like this. And when I do like this, you stretch it like this and you close it up. Here we are. Sorry for my silence, but I need to concentrate a little bit. And you got it here. Tied it up like this. And what I'm of course doing is that I'm making an extra pillowcase for it so you can actually wash it, because the one you buy is made of materials. It's not easy to wash, and since this has to be outside, I have chosen some water resistant fabric with some, I mean, it's some camouflage, ugly kind of thing. And here we have a donation for the pillows. And what I'm actually doing, I'm taking 4 strings of sewing thread. So I fold it up and fold it back into 4 strings of sewing thread, because you can also use crochet yarn, but it is more heavy. As you can see, what we are doing now is we are going to press it like this with the knuckles, and be sure, find the center like this. And here you have the needle here in the center and back, hopefully a centimeter. Next here, as you can see, then you're tightening it up like this. Then what you're actually doing is pressing it down when you're really tightening up the thread like this, and you press and you double twist. I have to say this is extra strong thread. A couple of knots. That was the center part. And again, I always tie a knot in the end, but then you simply follow the procedure. And that is actually for keeping, as you can see, the filling in a firm place. Like this. Again, press it down, doubled, and press it down like this. Again, twist it, doubled. And of course you are using a lot of thread for it, but better safe than sorry, as I say. Like this. I'm taking some more string. And then you twist it like this, press it down. So you simply press it into shape like this. Again, press. It can sometimes be a little tricky, especially if you have some tough filling just in that corner. Again, 1, 2, press, tighten it up, keep your hands down, and twice again, press it down, and 2 more single knots. And it has to be very, very strong thread so it doesn't break. And you can also, of course, if you do it with a fabric, you can put button, take some button like the old couches. So you stitch a button in each for decoration. But since this has to be, you know, covered with some pillowcases that you can sort of take off and wash because they have to be outside. And again, here, see, it's cracked. And that means it is new thread. Because you have to consider when you take a long thread, you sort of wear it down when you keep. Have to get it through here. Let's try again. Last corner. You can, of course, if you want it more professional, you can sort of measure but I can assure you, not with this very cheap materials that has to be covered, because this is the function of keeping the filling on place. And voila. Here you got it. Firm, square, as you can see, got the squares here. And you can also do it where you sort of round the corners. But I think this is the best way. I like to make the corners because you can also fold it. But that's, and as you can hear, you have sort of clap it and you have a very nice, solid, not particularly heavy, but a very firm box cushion or a seat cushion like this. And again, of course, you can put button. If you sort of do it with a fabric, you can decorate it. um, like this, but that's how you sort of get rid of all your scraps of fabric, scraps of clipping, whenever you have enough. So, and what I'm going to do is, if I can remember where I placed it, of course, I removed a lot of stuff from here. Nope. So, yeah, I got these for protection. Yes. Oh, yeah. Yeah, and I mean that sounds fair. Yeah. Yeah, I was actually thinking about it, Kansas, because some of them actually do make a lot of knitting, sewing, stuff like that. So if I donate these, um, maybe 3 or 4 of these, and ask them to help, or even sort of give them the tutorial about it. And what you actually do is you can protect it by stuffing it into a plastic bag like this. I am buffering. Am I losing you girls? I see. Hvad står det her? Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Okay. 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 It's okay. It's okay, Kathleen. Don't be sorry. Of course, if your granddaughter is asking for help, you help her, my sweet Tita. I just needed some power. Okay, yeah, you're absolutely right, Kansas, about it. Yeah. Oh, me too, Kansas. Oh, it could be so lovely. I could get rid of all that. I need to restart here. Okay. Thank you. So now you know what to do with them. Just, you know what? You can always get your granddaughters to sort of sit down, give them a scissor, and say, okay, girls, now we need to shred it. Okay, so you be quiet and, you know, like some sort of Cinderella. You are not getting out before you sort of have cut me fillings for pillows or cushions. Yeah. Okay, that might be a little harsh. So I'll give my phone a little power, Kathleen. So I need to show you how much I actually got downsized here. So yeah, and I can really see and I can show you. This is actually my dress, how far I just got to it. I have actually, where I have these markers, increased. So as you can see, I have increased it now by, because from 300 stitches to 200 stitches, I have increased it. That means, so now I just need to knit. Yeah. Okay, Kathleen. Yeah. I mean, it is harsh, but you know what? My son had to learn it too, and it is not easy. Because if you want all this, I mean, you really need to teach them. You know, there's something called work. It's harsh but true. Also because, you know, they have to, you know, you and me, Kathleen, aren't here forever. So our children has to learn how to take care of themselves, learn how to pay bills. I can assure you my son was shocked when he started to pay his own phone. Because when he was younger, I sort of, and went to school, I sort of paid his phone. Now he just found out, oops, I mean, now I have a rent. Suddenly I mean, my phone bill, I have electricity bill to pay. He has, he has the heat bill and, you know, the laundry bill because he doesn't have a laundry machine, so he has to pay for washing his laundry. I mean, and certain detergent for laundry, dishwasher soap, his own bathing soap. I can assure you, he really is started to have an eye opener. Yeah, so it's tough, but it has to be done. And sadly, it is like, you know, some people forget it. That's for sure. And poor these kids that have all the parents. Yeah, it's definitely not glamorous. And I can assure you, when you are used to have everything paid, and I can assure you suddenly is going to have your own home, and that's harsh. I mean, as I keep telling my son, is that reality, it can be a bitch. I mean, it can really, really be a bitch, because suddenly you can get a tax requirement that the government want you to pay some extra taxes, and that means, okay, you have to pay that bill. And what? Luna, hvad har du gang i der? Hvad har du gang i der? Hvad? Gemmer du dig lige der? Hvad har du gang i? Hvad? Hvad har du gang i? Hvad har du gang i, skat? Hvad? Skal den bare udleve det som vanligt? Hvad? Skal den det, skat? Jo. Hvad har du gang i? Hvad? Ved du hvad, du skal lade dem der sidde på, skal der? Ikke også? Jamen, du skal lade dem der sidde. De skal jo blive færdige. Ikke? Ja. De skal jo blive færdige. Ja. Sorry. I just had a kitty. Taxes, it's the government here in Denmark has sort of become a very red government, socialistic, and they found out that people are going to be higher taxes, because if you have a car, or if you have a ownership of, I own my apartment, that means I am being taxed higher. So they put like a fee on everything, because now they told us we are going to have an extra water fee taxes, because they're starting to charge the water companies for taxes, and that means we are going to pay for that. So that means instead of paying 50% of your, if you make about 13,000 krona, you have to pay 48% of that in taxes. And that means you suddenly have, and if you earn more than that, you actually have to pay 60% of your salary to the government as a tax. So that kind of taxing, and even the water company, the electricity companies are sort of, being charged by the government by higher taxes, and that means it goes to you. Yeah, it is pretty high, and you just have to smile. And even if you have a saving and you try to sort of, and the government find out, oh, she just saved a whole lot of money out of her already paid taxes money, they sort of charge you in a heritage taxes. That means when my son has to heritage me, he has to pay half of his inheritance, half of my fortune to the government as a tax for inheriting. And even, I mean, everything is, if I have a savings and I want to sort of, oh, suddenly I have an income and they sort of take half of my, yeah, it's the same with you. Yeah. So I am, I don't save in the bank. I don't trust the bank to save my money. So if I need to have a saving, I can assure you it's buried in my backyard. I don't have a backyard, but I can assure you I'm not telling you where I'm hitting it, but I'll find a way to. And that's why I don't sort of collect a fortune, because if they find out and I really get a fortune, I can assure you the government is taking about 60 to 70% of it. We have even had cases where the government had taken 75% of a person's life savings. I mean, just because they can do it. And, now you have to pay extra taxes just for walking on the earth. I mean, honestly, no, it's, it's not good. So, So don't save up, ladies. Spend it, every penny you have, and live the life. And I can assure you, kids out there, because I have also heard about kids who sort of complain about the parents using their own money. Shame on you. It's time for the parents to get out and spend their own money and live their own life, and you can pay, I mean, work your own money and earn them. Damn it, I have seen too much of this where the kid denies their parents their own, I mean, their own savings because now they're safe to have a trip. Yeah, it's okay, Kathleen. It's okay. You already given it to the kids. So they got it now. So, and I have already given my son, I said, okay, you know what? It is better for you to get it when I'm still alive. So I give him, yeah, every month. Then he's getting his inheritance, so to speak. So yeah, so when the day I'm not here, don't expect a fortune, I told him, because I want to enjoy my money. Mm. Phone call. Hey, Chopper, say hey. Yeah, bye bye. So, hello, Azure Moose. No, okay, unless you win the lottery. Yeah, we can all use that. Win the lottery. Oh, it's good to see you. Yeah, we have been crafting. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah. So, yeah, today I just put it in a different way. So I try to sort of, yeah, change it a little bit. It is braided in here, down here, because we have so hot weather. And when you have long hair, you really need to have it sort of lifted up so you can get some air. Oh, so don't you think it would grow back as you moose? Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Sometimes it can be very warm to have long hair. Yeah. So I need a smoke, sorry. And Kathleen, Chopper, say hey. And to all of you, he is going to night work. Oh, you hate yours now, Shay. Yeah, sometimes when it's hot, you do. I mean, I can assure you, when it's warm, it's. Whew, that's why I am started to braid it up here, and then I simply sort of leave it and let them sort of unravel. Yeah, Chopper he's not home. He called on the phone, and he is taking a night watch, so he's not coming home tonight. Yeah. So yeah, and yeah, it's because it has been braided, and as you can see, and then I sort of let them unravel. Oh, you want to cut yours off? Why, Kathleen? How short? Oh, if you want to, I am not going to try to talk you out of it, because you know what, I have done it too. I have been totally boycott. Yeah. So short. I think it was, I mean, like this, or like a hairstyle short. I think it's okay if that's, yeah. Yeah, you have looked very good as you moose. Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, I like it because it's freshen up a little bit, I think. So, yep. So, and I was crafty today. Also today, hopefully you have learned something. I just need to polish because it is so warm, and when you wear glasses, as you can see, they're sort of, getting wet because I'm sweating, and And Chopper, he told me I am not allowed to stay up all night. So he said I have to go to bed in reasonable time. So, yeah. Yeah, let's see. And he's going to be up all night and keeping an eye with the young people outside. So, yeah, he said he's getting himself inside, so that's okay. But yeah, so oh, it's not that late. It's not even midnight. It's 11. It's an hour for midnight. Yeah, it's an hour now for midnight. It could be good. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, and I forgot I sort of filled my bed up with some. I was looking for some fabric. I remember I had some fake fur stuff, camouflage dyes, and and I was thinking, what? I have never sort of thought out what to use it for, and it has actually been an old bed sheet. So I was thinking, what, a bedspread, and I said, what, it's going to be the pillowcases for these donation pillows or cushions. So yeah, so I just washed it and oh no, I'm not going to bed right now because there's not space. I'll show you later because if it's okay, um, I just need some power on my phone here. But it's like he knows I normally go to bed about midnight, so I'm not going to bed in within 2 hours or something, 1 o'clock. It's how it is. So because I also need to go and clean up some things today. Yeah, I have made quite a mess. And you know what, Kathleen? After I started sort of cleaning out and fixing things, I really don't like to go to bed if I don't have put this bag that I have sort of you know taking out and spread. And I said, no, 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 I have to sort of clean up and gather it together before I go to bed so I don't have to wake up and everything in it is a mess. And I sort of started to get, oh, I need to sit down and do a lot of crafting. Yeah. So because when you have all this lovely craft stuff, you forget to clean up. So but you have to do it. I like to keep it down. I got a lot of stuff out. um I can still sort of walk around, and I can actually now sit and sew in my bedroom. At the long table is all cleared out now, and I have sort of reduced a lot of these avalanche endangered mountains I had with fabric and stuff like that. And of course I'm packing now, and started to sort of chop it up and fill it in and donate it. It's a good way to donate a lot of stuff. to sort of get it out of your house, sort of speaking. Yeah, that's how it is. So, but I can also see I have been on for almost 3 hours. So it won't be long, I have to say. I need to fix something. And maybe we can call you tomorrow, Kathleen, my tita. So you're probably tired too. So, yep. So, was it anything else I wanted to say? Nope. Okay. Thank you, my wonderful tita. So, and when I do, I'll show you. And I say, yay. Oh, yeah, I will. Thank you. It's exactly what I am going to do as you moves. Because I'm not sure I can even sleep because we are going to have what they call a tropical night, and that means the night temperature here is going to be 24 Celsius the entire night. So yeah, a cool shower. Yeah, I'll need that before I go to bed. Yeah. Oh, you have it. Oh, yeah, I heard about it. It's horrible, Kathleen. I really feel for you girls. Yeah, humidity. Yeah, I understand. So we are going to drink a lot of water. And I started to sort of put them in the fridge because I like cold water. So I have saved these Kokyo chocolate glass bottles here. So I'm filling up 4 of these, have them in the fridge. So I can always go and pick up some cold water. Yeah. And that means I have actually been very efficient today. I have done 2 machines of laundry, made, I have cut about 50 for 50 more feminine napkins. I have cut for at least the same amount of insert, and then I have actually made 3 of these box cushions for the church, and I think I just need to sort of cut because Chopper needs some new long johns. So I have just cut a pattern for a pair of long johns, but like a male pair of leggings, so to speak, because it can be cold in the night. So I just got the fabric and I just got the paper cut because I simply took one of them and folded them and sort of draw the lines. Yeah, and bye to you, Sherry, and say hey to your chopper, Hopster. So, yep. Um, maybe I should make a live stream when I make these leggings so you can see how I'm doing it. So it was good to see all of you. I love you and thank you so much. It was so good to see you as you moose. Thank you for coming by, and Barbara. I think was here, Kansas, and Deborah, of course. It was so nice to see all of you to come by. Yeah. So, yep. So I'll just say I love you girls, and Kathleen, talk to you later. Love you. Bye for now. So, sweet dreams. I hope I can see you again another time as your moose. So, love you. Bye.